everyone, it's Erica here from Me To You Paper Crafts, coming to you with another Fun Fold Friday. And today I've made this card using the Under My Umbrella stamp set and coordinating punch. So this card layout or fun fold is known as an overlay fun fold. I don't know why overlay, but that's what it's called, and I'm going to show you how to make it. So I'm going to make the exact same card, but I'm going to swap up the colors using our Petal Pink and Calypso Coral colors. And I'm going to show you how to use your blends to get some really nice shading on your images. So this will also have a blog post including all of the measurements so that you don't have to worry about writing anything down. I'll try and give you the measurements as I go along. But I want to show you again the stamp set. It's really, really cute. Now I live in Victoria, British Columbia, and we do get quite a bit of rain over the winter. As a matter of fact, in January, they say that we've had more rain in January than we did for all of the 6 months of last year. That's a lot of rain. And we actually have a sump pump in our crawl space, and it goes off every 10 minutes, if not more than that. So lots of water this year, and so I thought this was an appropriate stamp set for use here. Now, the other day I was driving and I was noticing that not very many people have colorful umbrellas, and I think when it's kind of cloudy and dreary out, I think it's better if you have a really colorful umbrella with flowers or rainbow stripes or something on it. And so what I love about this designer series paper, this is a pack of what's called Please Just Punch, and it is one of the coordination product releases just released for for February the 4th. So you can purchase this paper pack, and what it is, it's paper that coordinates with some of the other products from the mini catalog. So for example, here are some hearts that you can use with the Duo Heart Punch that came out for excuse me, for Valentine's Day. So there's 2 sheets of that. Then of course there are the umbrellas that I'm showing you. And then there's 3 sheets of each. And then there are these cute little flowers, and this is one of the free items you can get with Celebration. It's a small punch, and it comes with a stamp set. So you can punch out these little flowers. Oh, excuse me. My daughter came home tonight and decided to make these Asian noodles with Szechuan sauce and red peppers, and the air is filled with it. So, sorry, that's why I'm coughing. And then the last paper here, is some beautiful tulips, because we have a tulip builder punch where you can punch out the tulips and the leaves. So really, really a fun coordination. If you're not crazy about coloring your images, then this paper is ideal for you, because then you can punch out the images. So what I did for this first card is I punched out one of the umbrellas from here, and then I decided to stamp the other umbrella and do my own coloring with matching pairs of boots, because my greeting says, no matter the weather, we're friends forever. So there you go. Okay, and inside I just put Showered with Love with some little flowers that also come in the stamp set. So let's get started with this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take my punch, and I'm going to punch out, I've decided to use this floral umbrella down here. So as you punch out your images, you're going to have to start trimming your paper to get at them. But just line it up with a nice little thin white border around it. And we're going to punch that out. Okay. You could punch out these, the umbrella, handle as well. The handle, you'd have to go upside down this way to do the handle. So you'd have to cut the paper and angle it the right way. I think it's just as easy to either cut it or punch it with black cardstock or whatever color you want, or you can stamp it, which is what I've done. So when you go to stamp the umbrella, you're best to use a thin strip of paper like I've got here, because then you can get it into the punch much easier than manipulating a larger piece. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp the handle and orient the handle so the hook is at the top. So let's just do this in black, and we'll do it like that. Now I need two handles, one for my stamped umbrella and one for the printed umbrella. So let's do two of those, and then we'll punch these out like this. Again, try and center it with a nice little white border. So there's one, and then I'll just, oh, I cut the other one off a little bit, did I? Maybe it'll work. I don't think I did cut it off, but well, that's not going to fit in there. So let's just trim this and do another one. Oh, that didn't stamp very well. I don't know why. There we go. Stamp our second umbrella stand or handle. What the heck is it called? It's probably got a really fancy name or a technical name. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Alright, so I've got my two umbrella handles there. Let's get rid of this scrap. Okay, so here I've pre-stamped my umbrella and my boots. I will fast forward the video so that you don't have to endure all of my shading, but I do want to show you how to shade. So the blends that I'm using are Calypso Coral and Mint Macaron, which are colors that are in the umbrella that I've decided to cut out here. So let's do this umbrella in the Calypso Coral. So I personally start with the light color, and I color the whole image with the light. Now you want to use your Memento black ink for this, and you want to make sure it dries. If you try and use your blends right away after you've stamped it, the black could bleed. I have had that happen to me. I try not to go over the black lines. I try and stay within the black lines, and so I like to turn my image and put my ink on the inside of the lines. Like this. Okay, so I'll just keep rotating my cardstock so that I don't go over the black. Okay, now wherever I think there is shading, and I don't always get it right, but nobody knows the difference, is I bring in the darker color and I just do a bit of a line like that. I might do another line here on the inside. Then what I do is I come back in with a lighter color and I blend it out. Just so it's not as harsh a line. Just to give it some shading. Okay. So we will do one pair of boots, Calypso Coral, and the other green. So let's switch to the green. So I'm going to do the same thing, take my light color. I prefer using the bullet tip end rather than the brush end. And again, I will rotate my cardstock so that I can I always like to just go next to the lines first. Just give it a little outline, and then you can start filling it in. Okay, then you'll take your dark and you're going to create some shadows. And then I'm going to just blend in this top of the boot from the left side, and then blend it in, and then blend these pieces in. And this helps to create dimension on your image when you're blending. It's not difficult. So there you go. There's a few tips for doing your blends. So I will continue blending and come back to the video. Alright, so I finished coloring my images, and I can punch out the umbrella, but unfortunately you're going to have to fussy cut the boots, but they are quite easy to cut. Some people really do not like fussy cutting. I don't mind it. I find it quite relaxing. Just like coloring, I find it relaxing. Let's get that nicely centered. There we go. So there's my second umbrella. And then for the boots, I'm going to take my fine scissors here. You might as well get rid of this. So it's really quite easy. I like to go quite close to these little boots. Sometimes when I fussy cut, I like to leave a bit of a white border, but I think for the boots, because they're easy to cut, I don't need to leave a border. Let's just cut that in half there. Go straight across, and then do a little jog here. And then come down the back of the boot. See, that took no time at all. Okay, so I will come back after I've done the second pair of boots. Okay, I have all of my cutouts ready to go. And now I'm going to bring in the card base and tell you what you need. Now, this is as you can see, it's not a full card base, so I'm going to show you how you do this. So this piece, the main part of the card, or the back of the card, you need a piece of cardstock that is 5 1/4 by 5 1/2. 5 1/4 by 5 1/2, so only 1/4 of an inch difference. But it's really important that when you trim this, you trim it on the right side. Or no, you're not going to trim. Sorry, you're going to cut. No, you're not. Sorry, you're going to score. What a willy-nilly. So I'm going to bring in my small. I've got a small non-Stampin' Up scoreboard here, EK Tools, EK Success Tools, and this is the 5 1/4 inch side, and this is the 5 1/2 inch side. So 5 1/2 is actually going to be the width of your card. This is 5 1/2. So we want to actually score it on the 4 1/4 side. Okay. Sorry, on the 5 1/4 side, and you're going to score it at 4 1/4 because your card, if you turn it this way, is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So you want to make a score line at 4 1/4, and this is going to fold over. Okay, so that's all you need to do for that. And then I'm going to fold it on the mountain, bring in my bone folder, and give it a nice crisp edge. So that becomes your card base. Okay, you just have this flap at the top. The next thing is you need a piece of, now you could use the same color cardstock. I chose to do an alternating color, something that matches. And this piece measures 4 by 4. Okay, it's a square 4 by 4. And the Whisper White piece that you're going to put your greeting and build your scene on is 3 by 3 3/4. Okay, now so you're going to be adhering this to this 4 by 4, and then you're going to be placing it on the card base, matching up the bottom. Okay, but before I do that, I like to stamp and build before I layer this, or at least stamp first, because if I glue this on now and then stamp it, make a boo-boo, I can't turn it over because it's stuck down. So I'm going to do the same greeting. I'm going to bring in my black, and I'm going to just line it up with my grid paper. I find it helps me align things. And I'm just going to put this in the bottom right hand corner. No matter the weather, we're friends forever. So cute. So I'm done with that. And now I'm going to, oh, it comes with these really adorable little raindrop stamps. So I'm going to pull in, see how I put raindrops on here? Isn't that cute? So I'm going to pull in my Balmy Blue, and I'm just going to randomly stamp raindrops on here. So cute. Oh, I should show you, hang on, the back of the umbrella's paper are raindrops. So you could build a card with the raindrops too, but then you kind of lose your umbrellas. This is the problem with our DSPs. They're wonderful, but sometimes it's really difficult to decide what side you want to use. Okay, so those are my raindrops. Okay, so now I'm going to adhere this to this 4 by 4 piece, and then I will build my scene. Okay, so we're going to, now I love using my silicone mat whenever I'm using tape runner, because you can go really close to your edges and it won't stick to your grid paper. How about that? See, oh, that's wrong, tape runner. Let's use this tape runner. I'm going to glue that, and that you put this white piece towards the bottom. Try and get even sides. Okay. Now what you want to do is you're going to put some tape across the top, and I would suggest you use tear and tape, something a little bit stronger, because you're building your card base here. So I'm just going to put a strip of this across like that and tear that off. Take my pokey tool, pull it off. Okay, now you can measure if you want, but I kind of just eyeball it. You want to get it centered, and you want to get it, tap it so that it goes to the bottom of the card. I think I need to shift that over a tiny bit. That looks pretty well centered, so hold it and then pull down your flap. And there is your card base. Okay, next is we're going to build our scene. So I did use some dimensionals to pull things up. So we'll put 2 pairs of boots. Oh, yeah, okay, I'll deal with that in a second. We have to stick our I'm going to call them canes. I'm really struggling with what it's called. I know it's a handle, but I think of a handle as something smaller than a long, I don't know, I'm just being silly. Okay, so 1 pair of boots, I'm just going to use tape runner and just glue these on. The other pair of boots, I'm going to use a dimensional. And put those on. Okay, and then both umbrellas, I think I used glue dots on here. Let's just see, pull in my, yes, they're both on glue dots. So first we're going to put the umbrellas on, so I'm going to turn them over. I'm going to put a little bit of tape here like that, and then put my canes on. I don't know why I'm struggling with that. Okay, those are stuck on, and now we'll put some dimensionals on. I think this is such a cute stamp set. It wasn't the first thing I decided to purchase in the catalog. I thought, oh, maybe it's a little too young-ish, but holy moly, with all the rain that we've had, I thought, oh boy. I had to pull out my umbrella, so why not use umbrellas? Have an umbrella stamp set. Help cheer people up, I think. Okay, so we're going to put one. Now you can overlap it up here if you like. Totally up to you how you want to design your card. And then let's put this one down a little bit further, maybe. Like that. And there you have it. Oh, one more thing. For the inside, you need a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of Whisper White for your card base. And again, I'm going to stamp first. So I'm going to stamp the greeting. Do I still have it out? Yes, I do. This one is Showered with Love. And I'm going to just eyeball it. Showered with Love. There we go. And I'm going to put some flowers on. Here like that. And I didn't do it in the other card, but I'm going to put some raindrops on here. So again, let's pull out the Balmy Blue. Put some raindrops on here. Just one set of raindrops. There we go, that's cute. Excuse me. And I'm just going to color these in, so I think I will use my mint macaron for the leaves. I am using the brush end now because these leaves are so tiny. I'm not going to do any blending on these flowers. Oh, excuse me. The air is filled with spice. It's bad enough cutting onions. My eyes start to run. I think I'll just do the two darker colors here. If you were handing this card to somebody, you could put some tiny rhinestones on there. But I mail a lot of my cards. Oh my goodness. I have to remember not to film when my daughter has been in the kitchen cooking. Okay. We're almost done. So hopefully this video won't be too long. So let's just center this on my card. There we go. Oh my gosh, isn't that cute? Oh, we're missing one thing. Okay, now what I loved about this particular umbrella that I punched out was the polka dots. So I have this lovely polka dot ribbon. That's one of our products that you can purchase. It's in the annual catalog. And for this one, I'm going to pull down, let's see, I have this bow sitting here from another project, but it's really thick. I don't know if that really goes with that color cardstock. We don't really have another color, appropriate color. So I could pull in, let me think. Oh, you know what I should pull in? Hang on, I'll be right back. I'm going to pull in this beautiful ribbon that is part of the Parisian bundle. Look how pretty that is. And yeah, so let's just wrap this. I'm going to do a bow, so I'm going to wrap this around. Maybe I'll do the bow on the other side. So let's wrap this around like this and make a bow. Oops, there's my daughter. Hang on a sec. Sorry about that. I'm back. She's looking for these soy bars that we buy. And I'm sorry to say, I'm sorry to have told her that I ate the last one. She can go out and buy the next batch. Okay, there's my ribbon. I've changed my mind. I'm putting it over here on the right hand side. So let's just tie a bow. Make sure you try and get it as tight as you can, your bow, and then you can manipulate it a little bit. And there we go. And I might actually put a couple of glue dots under here. I'll show you what I mean. Let me get my good ribbon scissors here. Okay. Yes, so what I'm going to do is take my glue dots, grab my pokey tool, and pick up a glue dot, and I'm going to lift up, make sure my ribbon is straight where I want it, and I'm going to put a glue dot under here, and I'll put another glue dot struggling here under here. There we go. That should hold it in place. So there you have it. Two simply adorable, beautiful umbrellas. I wish I had them all so that I can walk down the street and brighten up the day. There you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe so that you can see some more videos from me. And go and visit frommetoupapercrafts.blogspot.ca, and that is where I will post the dimensions for your cardstock. Thanks for watching and enjoy. Bye for now.